Hi folks, coming in with a quick video about the debate flowchart assignment. So why are we doing this assignment? Well, basically, this is where you're beginning to outline both sides of your argument for the debate. Completing this assignment is going to take doing some research. You're going to have to find some sources. I'd recommend using primarily internet sources. You can use any legitimate articles that you find out there. You also may want to look at some of those research databases. If you think back to Unit 5, the inquiry-based report, we used a number of research databases, especially through the Jeffco Public Library. Those would be great to use for this. But you're going to need to do some research in order to outline your argument. So let's look at this assignment. What is involved? We're looking here at this one, researching your topic, debate flowchart. Basically, you'll be using the attached chart. You'll see that at the bottom of this screen to research and kind of plan out your argument. Keep in mind, you will be writing, speaking, and sharing both sides of the argument. So this is really a time to kind of plan out very specifically both sides of the argument around your issue. So you can download this. I'd recommend downloading it and then printing it out so you can write in, or you can hit view if you want. You'll get a chart that looks like this. So let me explain this a little bit. Basically, on the left side, you're looking at the pro case. In other words, the affirmative side, or in very simple terms, the yes side of the issue. So let's say we're going back to that cyberbullying issue. Cyberbullying should be a criminal offense. This is the side where you're saying, yes, cyberbullying should be a criminal offense. On the other side, so these two left-hand or the two right-hand columns, you're arguing the negative side or the con side. In other words, cyberbullying should not be a criminal offense. You're outlining that argument on this side of the document. So here's the way it works. If we go down, we see claim, warrant, impact. And I kind of think about that as it's almost like point, so a claim the same as a point. Evidence would be warrant or proof, and analysis. So I think of it, we've talked a lot about point evidence analysis this year. Think about it in that terms. Here's the point, here's the evidence, and here's the analysis. In other words, the so what. So as you're outlining the case, you basically kind of look at three main claims. In other words, what are the three? Again, here's one, here's two, here's three. What are the three main claims or points that you would make in support of this case? Again, you'll need to do some research to find out what those are. So you put the first point here, put the second point here, put the second point here. When you're looking at warrant or proof, that's your evidence. Okay, what is the evidence that that's true? You can type in a quotation right there if you want. If you want to just put maybe a link to that source for now, you could do that. Whatever's the best for you in outlining your case. I would probably put in a direct quote that supports whatever that claim is. And then the impact, or so what, that's your analysis, okay? What is the ramification of this quote or of this claim and the evidence that you're making? Okay, so go through that. I mean, really, you have 1, 2, 3 of them for each side of the issue. And I would say later on, those would almost make up kind of the 3 body paragraphs, if you will, of a 5-paragraph essay. All right, let's look at the next side. Or the next column here, con response to pro case. So what that means is, okay, you make a claim over here, or you make an argument. What is the other side going to say about that particular argument? Okay, that's all you're doing here. Give me a couple sentences. What is the other side going to say about that argument that you've drawn out? Okay, so please fill that in here, and then also for the third claim down here as well. Second half, right side of the chart is really the same as the left side, except you're looking at the other side of the issue. So again, you're going to have to do a little bit of research here. Please make sure that you are tracking your sources. So again, that would be the warrants piece. My advice for those warrants, for that evidence, is put in a direct quote and also put in the link where you got it so that you can go back to that source later on when you are figuring out you're actually writing out the debate. So debate flowchart, I'm telling you, this is a challenging assignment. It's going to take some time, but it'll pay off later on. I mean, when you get actually drafting out your arguments, you're going to have everything that you need right here. So if you hit next, this is where you will submit it. Pretty straightforward. Just attach your document there. If you want to handwrite in your information on that chart and then scan that or take a picture of it, that's fine. If you want to type out your answers just in a Word document instead of on that chart, if that's easier for you, you can do that as well. Just make sure that you include everything from that chart. So that's what we're looking at, debate flowchart. As always, please reach out to me if I can help you with that in any way.